Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix this country together. And what I'm about to show you is the Democrats have lost another senator in Congress, the U.S. Senate. Not Manchin, we already covered that one. Not Sinema, we already covered that one. They just lost another one. This is breaking. Everything will be linked into the description box below. And this video, you need to watch because everything that we're going to cover is really heavily based on what's happening on the ground level, which is directly related to our 2A rights. As I mentioned, everything will be linked. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on if you want to spread some freedom from nation to nation, from generation to generation. This is the place, and thank you for that consideration. And guys, I know I'm going to tell you a few more times, but this shirt, it is a limited time design. It's going to close sales on Friday because we got to prepare it to ship it out for Father's Day. This is the ultimate stick to the gun controller shirt because their actions have inspired attire, which makes you look great and pushes 2A. This is something for anybody who you can't find that gift for. Really is a statement. It's of course for Father's Day. It's made by veterans. It's made by 9line. Everything is completely above board. There's a link in the description box below, and please, I want you to make sure you get one before we have to close out the sale because once we close it, it is gone. And thank you for checking that out as so many of your peers have. It is going like gangbusters, and again, thank you. All right, beautiful people. Listen, we're going to talk about something right now because there's something going on underneath the surface at the Democratic Party, and no one's going to talk about it, and so we're gonna. Let's check it out. This is breaking as of yesterday. Menendez files as independent candidate in New Jersey Senate race. Now, this is a sitting senator in New Jersey. So if you're keeping track at home, underneath the Biden administration and Chuck Schumer's leadership in the Senate majority position, you've lost Kyrsten Sinema. You've lost Manchin, and now you've lost Bob Menendez. Now, each for their own reasons, but it points to something systemic inside the Democrat Party. And again, the Democrat Party is where all the gun control votes are stemming from. There's a problem under the surface. They're not telling you. They want to keep it hidden, and that's why we're going to talk about it. And also, as a note of contrast, you don't see a whole lot of Republican senators right now jumping off ship to go independent, do you? No. There's something going on. Check this out. And if you didn't see who it was, I had the image of this guy up, sitting senator. It's, a little uncomfortable because he's being pursued for bribery charges and corruption. Let's continue. Indicted Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey filed for re-election Monday as an independent. Well, that's odd because New Jersey's not going to all of a sudden flip to Republican. So what's going on here? We're going to break it down right now. His decision to file as an independent, first reported by the New Jersey Globe, comes the day before a New Jersey primary in which 3 Democrats and 4 Republicans are vying for their party's nomination for the seat he currently holds. Translation, he's screwed. But the way this all implicates something else going on, that's the story here. Not the corrupt senator from New Jersey is all of a sudden going to flip the seat red. That ain't going to happen. He's still going to caucus with the Democrats. Again, the story is, why are so many Democrats jumping ship of the Democrat brand in Senate positions, sitting senators, before an election? It speaks to the actions and the repercussions of their actions are tarnishing the Democratic brand. Not in the deep blue bastions, but in the middle, in the purple areas, in the Arizonas, in the Nevadas, in the West Virginias. That's actually deep red. But the point is, there is a shift that is happening, which is making these senators make selfish decisions, not change their behavior because they're still going to caucus with the Democrats, but change their branding because the Democrat branding in these circles is being perceived as too extreme. Understand, if we're in the 2A fight, we have to fight on this level. This is what's happening right now, and you aren't hearing anything about it. But they just lost another senator. Okay? Now let's keep going. Menendez, who is facing federal corruption charges and is currently on trial in New York City, had announced in March that he would not run for a 4th term as a Democrat, but left open the possibility of an independent bid if exonerated because he's under investigation. He faces a Tuesday deadline to file as an independent. New Jersey's deadline for independent candidates who withdraw from the ballot is August 16th. This is the big point that I want to say here. When you're looking at Sinema, she goes out because she runs independent. She doesn't like the Democrat brand. She doesn't like the Republican brand. She gets kicked out of the race because Democrat-Republican. Manchin jumps into independent, and he's not going to do another race. He's just changing his independent profile for a statement. Yeah. Also, still vote. Both of them are still caucusing with the Democrats. That tells you exactly what you need to know about the Democrat brand in purple areas. Now, Bob Menendez, this guy, is a special case. He's doing it for himself, which brings me to the ultimate point of this entire video. The underlying impetus for these decisions with a Manchin, the only reason he would do it if he's truly a Democrat is to still vote Democrat but be perceived as an independent for his own power and self-gratification. Bob Menendez, under investigation for corruption and bribery charges, Democrat challengers in for his seat, Republicans challengers for his seat, so he's going to run independent. Do you think that's just for the good of the nation, or do you think maybe it has something to do with him wanting to hold on to his position? It's about him. They're abandoning the Democrat Party for either self-preservation from a voter perspective or self-preservation and self-interest because they have to. That's the only way it works. They are jumping ship. One more thing for you, and this one right here, this is very well said from the Democratic leader who's going to unseat him if he were to run Democrat. Check this out. It's said really well. Americans are fed up with politicians putting their own personal benefit ahead of what's right for the country. I would agree with that sentiment. Said Andy Kim, the Democratic frontrunner in Tuesday's primary, said in a statement. Everyone knows Bob Menendez isn't running for the people of New Jersey. He's doing it for himself. It's beyond time for change, and I'm stepping up to restore integrity back to the U.S. Senate. Well, that's a long, hard ask. But the point is, he is right. Bob Menendez, in this case, he's sacrificing the Democratic brand name so that he can actually stay in Congress and the Senate for his own self-preservation and self-gratification in order to basically still have the bona fides of being a senator and all the advantages. Now, completely ignoring the fact that he's under corruption for bribery and an investigation for corruption and bribery. Don't talk about that. But the point of the video remains clear. They just lost another Democratic senator to the independent party. That speaks to something. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure I landed that plane, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.